Hello everyone. In this video, we'll be looking at the solution of the Lagos BECE 2020 examination, Mathematics, Section A, Objective. This year, you have only what? Section A, 1 to 100. Now, the first question says, what is the value of number 8 in the number 14268? If we're looking at the question is talking about place value. Now, to understand place value, we need to understand how to get the place value of numbers before the decimal. Let us have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have 6 numbers before the decimal here, and we have 6 numbers after the decimal. For us to get our place value of these numbers before the decimal, we have 2 ways to understand that, and you can have another way. So one of the ways to understand this, if you can pronounce it, then it is easy for you to understand. Now, if I want to pronounce this, I will say 123,000. 100 and what? 23,000. 400 and what? 56. 400 and what? 56. If you have one number, it is called what? Unit. Now, if you want to work 10, tens, that's what? You have 2 numbers. If you have 12, because you are starting from what? 10, 11, 12. So, any number would be 2. That is what? This is what? Unit. Here, you have the what? 10. Here, you have the what? 100. Here, you have the what? 1,000. Here, you have the what? 10,000. Now, here, you have the what? 100,000. So, to understand it, you follow this pattern to bring out your number: 100, tens, unit, 1,000, so and so on. But we are talking about the numbers after the decimal. You are starting your count from the first number here. You count to the to the right hand side. If you are counting before the decimal, you start from the last number to the left hand side. If you are starting after the decimal, you are not starting with unit. You are not starting with unit. But if you are starting from here, you have your 10, you have your unit, your tens, your hundreds, thousands, and so. But if you are starting from this side, you have your unit. You don't have unit here, sorry. You have starting from your tens. Your tens. Because actually 0.1, for example, means 1 over 10. So the second number will be hundreds. Because for example, if you have 0.12, actually means 12 over 100. That's why you have your 100 now, but not 100. If you have the third one, 1, 2, 3, this one will be your thousands. So because what you have here is actually 1, 2, 3 over 1,000, and so on. So if we go back to our question, the place value of 8 here, this is our tens in this case, and these are hundreds. So the answer here will be D. The second question says that determine the mode of this set of numbers. So you have 4, you have 7, you have 5, you have 8, you have 5, and you have 10. So mode is direct and simple. Mode is the highest occurring number. So the highest occurring item. In this case, We have what? 4 once. We have 7 once. But here we have 5 twice. You have what? 8 once. You have 10 once. So in this case, the mode is what? B, that is 5. The one that occur most. The third question says that which of these quadrilaterals does not have its diagonals perpendicular to each other? Which of these quadrilaterals does not have its diagonals perpendicular to what? Each other. So the first one says what? Square. Let's draw a square. Let's assume this is our square. We are talking about the diagonals. That is, if you draw from here to this side, and you also draw from here what? To this side. So if you are looking at this will give us what? It's actually giving us what? 90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree. So in natural sense, we can actually do it like this. So this and this, they are what? It is what? The diagonals are perpendicular. This diagonal we have here and this one we have here, they are what? Perpendicular to each other. So this one is what? Out of it. We look at the second one. We will draw the kite. We draw the diagonals. We can actually see that what? The diagonals are what? Are perpendicular to what? Each other. So this one is what? Out of it. Now when we go to what? Rhombus. Now we draw the diagonals. You can see this also have what? 90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree. So it is not what? This is also what? They are perpendicular diagonals. So two lines are said to be what? Perpendicular. If they intersect at what? Angle 90. Intersection we are talking here is that you have this line and you have another line what? Crossing it like this. So it means this is perpendicular to this and this also what? Perpendicular to what? That. Because you can have what? Or 90 degree here. You have a 90 degree here, 90 degree here, 90 degree here. So in one word, this is what? Perpendicular. This perpendicular, this perpendicular. So therefore, the solution, the answer to the question is that none of what? This is what? Is not a what? Perpendicular, does not have a perpendicular diagonal. Then the next question says that the question first says that if today is Tuesday, what day of the week will it be in 18 days time? If today is Tuesday, what day of the week will it be in 18 days time? This question is actually straightforward and it's a very simple question. But for you to do this, you need to understand what? How to count the days of the what? Of the week. So for example, if you use a finger, you can use a finger, but that's what you actually need in the exam. Or if we count from maybe, okay, firstly we have 7 days a week, so that is what you should understand first. And if you are counting from a day to that same day on what? The coming week, you have space of 7 days between them. For example, if you are counting from what? From Tuesday to what? Tuesday again, you have what? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and what? Tuesday. That makes what? 7 days. That makes what? 7 days. If you count from that Tuesday again, so it means that Tuesday to Tuesday, you have what, 7 days, because we are not counting the first Tuesday with it, but we are counting from that Tuesday. We are including that Tuesday. We have what, 8 days. So mean that 18 days time. Mean that 18 minus what, 7. Now we have what, 11. Now counting from that Tuesday again to the next upper Tuesday, we have 7 days too. 7 days. That is, now we have 11 days minus what, 7. We have what, 4. Now you have 4 days left. Then count more 4 days from Tuesday. You have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and what, Saturday. So if today is Tuesday, what day of the week will it be in 18 days time? Then the answer is what, Saturday. That is what, E. The question 5 says that it's giving us something to solve, and this is about binary operation. This is about what, binary what, operation. We have one in base 2. So we have 1 1 0 1 1 0 in base 2 minus 1 0 1 1 0 1 in what, base 2. Now we look at this. One thing you should understand if you are solving what number in a particular base is that if you are having base 5, for example, you will have a number that is up to 5 or above 5 in what, in the number in that base. So all your number must be what, lesser than what, 5. If you are solving in base 3, all numbers you have there must be what, less than what, 3. So, and if you are solving in base 2, if you have number lesser than what, 2. Now to solve this, we are starting from this what, right hand side. Now we have a 0 in base 2 minus what, this 1 in what, base 2. But a 0 we have here cannot subtract 1, so we need to borrow 1 from what, here. And if you borrow this one, it will turn, it will what, we have it as 2. So if we take this one and borrow it here, we have it as 2. So we have 2 minus 1. We have the answer as what, 1. Now here we are left with 0 and what, 0. So 0 minus 0, you have what, 0. So you have that there. Now the next one is what, 1 and 1. That is what is 0. Now you have another 0 minus 1. So you also take this one here and convert it to 2. Then you put it here. So you have 2 minus 1. You have what, 1. So what you have left here is 0. Put 0 minus 0, 0, 0. So you have in what, base 2. In what? In base 2. So let us check our options. So the options we have here. So our answer we got is what? 0 0 1 0 0 1 base 2. Say same thing as what? 1 0 0. So the answer is what? E. The next question says simplify 6 bracket x minus 2y close bracket minus 3 open bracket 2 x plus what, y. So solving this is straightforward. What you just need to do is what, open your what, your bracket. So we have 6x minus 3 2x plus y. 6x, you are expanding the bracket, so you multiply this and this, and also what, this and this. Multiply this and this, and what, this and this. So 6 times x, you have what, 6x minus 6 times minus what, 2y, you have what, 12y. Minus 3 times what, 2x, you have what, 6x. Minus 3 times y, you have what, minus 3 what, y. So this question in particular is one of the questions you can see in your what, theory section of your exam, because I've come across this question in the theory section. So now we are collecting like times. We look, put the one that have x together. So you have it here. And you put the one that have what, y together. You have it here. So bringing it together, you have 6x minus 6x minus 12y minus what, 3y. So 6 minus 6 is obviously what, 0. So you have a what, 0. Minus 12y minus 3y. So if you are adding numbers together, if you are adding 5 plus 3, that is positive 5 and positive 3, the answer is what, is positive number, that is plus 8. Now, but if you are adding a negative number and a what, positive number, you need to consider what do you have? If the greater number, the big one, has the negative sign, that is the minus sign, then your answer will be what, negative value. Yeah, now you have what, minus 5 plus 3 is same thing as what, 3 minus what, 5. So you have what, your answer is what, minus 2, because we are subtracting a big number from a what, a small number. You have your answer about negative. Also, if you are what, adding negative number, let me say what, you are adding negative number, you are subtracting two number. Now in this case we are adding, actually you have minus something and minus something, so your answer will be what, negative. Let me put it that way. You are what, minus something minus something, maybe minus 2 minus 3, so just add them together, that is 2 plus 3, then you put your what, negative, your minus there, so put it that way. But if you are adding two number, that's what, yeah, I forgot to what, complete here. Now if you're adding number like this and the bigger number has the what, the positive sign, while the smaller number has negative, so you have 5 minus what, 3, so your answer will be what, positive value. So in this case we have what, 12y minus 3y. So 12 plus 3 is 15, so you put your negative value, that is minus 12y minus 3y. You are owing someone 12 naira, you borrow another 3 naira again, so your debt will be what, 15. So you have 15y. So minus 0 minus 15y is obviously what, minus 15y. So your answer in this case is what, B. Question 7 says that which of the statement is true? Which of the statement is what, true? Let us check the statement we have here. I will bring this up. This first one says that all parallelograms are rhombuses. The second one says that all kites are what, parallelogram. And the third one says that All rhombuses are what? Parallelogram. And the fourth one says that kites are what? Rhombuses. Also understand this question. Let us understand what is what? A parallelogram and the difference between this parallelogram and this what? Rhombus. So a parallelogram and rhombus. A rhombus has what? Four equal sides. A rhombus has what? Four equal sides. So that is, we can actually call it what? A square. And a square at times can be what? Changed to what? A rectangle. So we have a parallelogram has what? Four equal sides. All the sides are what? Equal. That's what a rhombus. But a parallelogram has what? this a parallelogram. In a parallelogram, two opposite sides are what? Are equal. Like this and this will be what? Equal. And this will be what? Also what? Equal. Why in a rhombus? All four sides are what? Equal. And also a kite has two parts. Oh, it's not looking like a kite. Yes, I think this is better. So a kite has what? Two sides. Let us call this side a side, and this other side too as what? A side. So if you look at it this way, these two sides are equal. Like two adjacent sides, they are what? They are equal. And these two what sides are what? Are what? Equal. So this first part has what? Equal sides. And this second part also are what? Equal what? Sides. So that's a what? A kite. But for what? A rhombus, all four sides are what? Are equal. So this shows that what? Kites are not what? Rhombuses. Kites are not what? Rhombuses. So it means that kites are what? Rhombuses. It means that this is not correct, because kites, they are not what? Rhombuses. So this is not correct. So we slide this out. And second one say all kites are what? Parallelogram. So that's not correct too, because these two opposite sides of what? My parallelograms what? Are equal. These two opposite sides what? Are equal. So it means that this and this, they are not what? They are not the same. But this one says that all kites are what? Parallelogram. But in actual sense, at times we can have kites like this, that we have what? Equal sides. It is possible for us to have kites in this format. So it is safe to say some kites are what? Parallelogram. It is safe to say that, because practically we can have it. So but all kites are not parallelogram. So this is not what? Correct. And let's go back to this one. All rhombuses are what? Parallelogram. And all parallelograms are what? Rhombuses. We said that in a rhombus, all four sides must be what? Must be equal. And in parallelograms, you have two sides what? Equal alone. So it means that all parallelograms are rhombus. Is that correct? No. Because not all parallelograms has what? Equal what? Sides. But most parallelograms have what? All parallelograms have what? Two equal what? Opposite sides. Then this and this are equal. This and this are also what? Equal. So this is not also what? Correct. Because some parallelogram can have four equal sides actually. But not all parallelograms has four what? Equal sides. So if a parallelogram has four equal sides, then it is what? Also a what? A rhombus. If a rhombus, because a rhombus must have what? Four equal sides. So all parallelograms are rhombuses. That's what? A wrong statement. But we look at the third one. That's option C. It's saying that all rhombuses are what? Parallelogram. Yes, because we can have parallelograms that will be what? That we have what? Say two equal sides. This side and this side are equal. This side and also this side are also equal. So you have two opposite sides and you have what? Two opposite sides. And also, if you draw the diagonals, so just like that of the what? Parallelogram, so they bisect at the middle too and form the same angle. You have, if you bisect the diagonals of the what? Rhombus. So you can say all rhombuses are what? Parallelogram. But not all parallelograms are what? Rhombuses. Why? Because all parallelograms must have two equal sides. But it's not every time they will have what? Four equal sides. This can be what? We can have this as our what? Parallelogram. So assuming that these four sides are what equal. So this and this equal, this and this also what equal. And we can also have this as our parallelogram. So this and this equal, but this and this they are equal, this and this are equal, but this and this are not what equal. But this is also a parallelogram, and it's also what a rhombus. So it means that all rhombuses are what parallelogram, but not all parallelograms are what rhombuses. So I believe you understand what the explanation. So the next question says that find the amount on 800 naira for 1 year at 10%. This actually talking about what simple interest. On the sub simple interest, so just go straight to the word to the formula, and you should understand how the formula is being what used. So you have P RT over what 100. The P is about the principal, that is the initial amount you are starting with, or the initial amount someone would lend to you. So that's what the principal. So in this case, the principal here, P here is what 800, and the rate is what, at what percentage is the thing moving? Here you have what 10%. So the percent, whenever I say the percent rate, 3%, 4%, take it as what rate, and the time duration. This is obvious here. So we have 1 year as what the duration. Now find the amount on 800 naira. So it means that how much will you say as interest on 800 naira for 1 year at a what rate of 10%. So we just come here using our formula. I is what P RT over what 100. That's what our P 800. Our R is what 10%. Our T is what 1 over what 100. So 0 cancel 0 here. 0 cancel what 0 here. So 8 times 10 should give us what 80 naira. So now the option we have here, we have 720, 800. That's the initial amount we are giving. So even this one is so 875, 880. So we know that if we add this 80 to this initial amount we are giving 800, so it means that we have the amount is what P plus what I, that is the P principal is what 800 plus what interest, that's what 80 naira. So obviously we are having 800 and what 80 naira. So our answer here was D. The next question says that question 9. Question 9 says that to express 2966, that 2,966,739 to the nearest what thousand, to the nearest what thousand, to the nearest thousand. How do you do that? So I think I explained in the probably that's first question in this video briefly about place value. So this is what our unit, this is what tens, this is what hundreds, and this is what thousand. So since we have to what to express to the what nearest thousand, that is we are approximating, we are rounding up or rounding down. So now this is 1,000. It means that we are working with this to this side. We are working with that towards to the next side. So let's assume we have it separately. That is, we have 6,739 separately. We have to approximate to the what nearest thousand. So how do we do that? This is 1,000 you have here. So you look at a number after the what? 8, or before it. We are counting using tens and hundreds. So the place value holding what? The 100. We look at it. If the number is up to what? 5. We round it to what? We round up to what? 1. We round up to what? 1. Or if the number is below 5, that is 4, 3, 2, 1, we round it to what? 0. Then when you round this to 0 or 1, all the numbers you have here. If you add it, round it up to 1, you add the 1 to this what? This number. Then you change all those number after it to the right hand side. You change to what? Zeros. And if you round it down to 0, you what? You change this number at the right hand side also what? To 0. Add the 0 to 6, you still have 6. So you have your what? 6,000. But now you have 7. 7 is greater than 5. And we say if you have number to be 5 upward, that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you have 6,739. The 7 here will be changed to what? 1. So, and you add this 1 to this 6, you have what? 700. Now let's bring it back here. You have 2, 9, 6. So 700. This is what? I think this is the option C. That's what? The answer to the what? To the question. Then next one. That is question 10. Says that a sales boy earns 3,000 per week. Each week he spends 3x naira on food and 2x naira on what? Rent, and save the rest. How much does he save in a week? So let's bring this up. I have space here. A sales boy earned 3,000 per week. The total earning of the boy. The total amount is collecting per week is what? 3,000. Each week he spends 3x on food. Spending food is what? 3x naira. We are told the amount, but not directly. And rent is what? 2x. And save the rest. Saving is what? Saving is what? Total amount is earning. That is what? 3,000 minus the amount is what? Is spending. So the amount is spending now is what? We add this and this together. We have 3x plus what? 2x. So you have what? 5x what? Naira. So now we are asked that how much does it save in a week? So this is the amount is saving in a week. That 3,000, and you subtract what? 5x there, because we are not told what the x is standing for. If the x is standing for 400, means that we have 5 times 400, you have 2,000. That's for example. If the x is standing for 5, we have 500. We have 5 times 500. We have what? 25. That's 300 minus 25. Saving is what? 500. So we are not asked to find the exact amount, but we are asked to bring out the formula or in an expression like to represent the amount is saving. So this is the amount is saving. Answer here is what? B. Question 11.